Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks since I posted anything and I am so sorry about that. I've been in a funk and I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to give you a January update real quick. So this is kind of going to be like a quick summary of January, life, sparking, goals, all of that. I've been meaning to sit down and record this for like a week now and I just haven't done it. I just got ready for work. Let's run down the line real quick and give you a little life update and what is going on. So first, my job. I know I told you in my 2025 goals video that there would be change to my job this year. Whether I finally get to switch shifts or I quit, whichever comes first. I have a date on when I'm going to put my notice in if I don't get to switch. 3 weeks ago, which is what started my funk because I felt defeated, I got an update on my job. So ideally, the goal is to switch shifts and not have to switch jobs. I don't really want to leave my job. I like my coworkers. I like certain aspects of my job. I like the benefits that I get at my job and everything else. And I don't necessarily want to go somewhere and start over, but I am willing to. In April of last year, I sat down with my manager and I told my manager that one of my goals for this year, when we were doing our like review or whatever it's called, was I really wanted to come off of night shift. It was really starting to take a toll on my body. My son was graduating. He was going into his he was getting ready to start his senior year. And I really wanted to be able to be home on the weekends, not really working every other holiday and stuff, even if it was temporary, because I really just wanted to embrace this time with my son, his senior year, and spend time with my family. Also, my grandma's not in the best shape. So, that brings a different dynamic to it as well. Cool. We can see what we can do. We'll work this out. But in order for me to go to second shift, another position had to become available. Well, which I understood. That position became available in August of last year. It's February. I'm still on night shift because they won't switch me to a second shift until they get someone to cover my shift, which I get it. I understand. I'm not frustrated about that. It is what it is. However, we've been trying to find somebody to come on night shift since August. We've hired 2 people. Both quit after a week. 3 weeks ago is when the second one quit. And she told me she was quitting. She came in. You could tell something was going on. And she quit. Now, this kind of just took me because we had a projected date. March 24th, I think, is when I was going to switch to second shift. And now we are back at the beginning. We're back at the beginning. So, with that being said, I was frustrated because when we hired her, she couldn't start for 6 weeks, which I had my thoughts about that, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so it was a 6-week start date. She worked a week. So we basically wasted 7 weeks. 7 weeks. I feel like we wasted that. We could have had somebody in there, been looking for somebody or whatever. Back to square one. That was 3 weeks ago. Found out yesterday they hired somebody. Guess what? They can't start for 6 weeks. So basically, if I'm lucky, I will literally come off of night shift about the time my son is graduating his senior year. Am I bitter? A little bit. Yes, I am. But I'm trying to hold out because, like I said, I don't necessarily want to switch jobs. and I don't want to lose my benefits and all of that fun stuff that I have worked. I've been there for 12 years. I get a lot of PTO and stuff like that. And I know that stuff that is all going to start over again at a new job. So with that being said, all that kind of just put me in a funk. I have been anxious and overwhelmed like crazy the past 3 weeks. And I haven't had much motivation to do anything. So I did have to up my anxiety medicine, which I wasn't happy about, but it needed to be done. My goal is to come off of all of that this year. We'll see how it goes. So I've been in my feels. That's where we are. So let's recap January real quick. Only sparked 4 days in January due to work, and we had 2 storms come through. They weren't big storms. I did go out one day and I did record that day. I posted that video, and after that, like their driveway, sidewalks, like nothing being shoveled, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait for some of this snow to melt and we'll resume after that. I've done a little bit better in February, but I'll tell you about that in the February video. We did just have a snowstorm again, which messed up my days for sparking this week. I was going to spark 3 days, but we're stuck in the house. So yeah. So I started keeping track of what I was spending in January, and I did not follow through with that. I'm doing better in February. It's definitely very eye-opening, something I needed to do. I'm literally trying to keep track of every single thing. To break it down. So the categories that I have to report on for January are bills, debt, subscriptions, food, unexpected things. So this isn't everything, obviously, but this February, I'm doing better with keeping track of it, and I will have a better breakdown. So for bills, I paid $1,597. That includes electricity, internet, rent, and cell phone. I think that was it. That's all in that. Our electric bill was like $240 higher last month, which I'm not going to say it's unexpected, because you know in the wintertime your electric bill goes up, but it is what it is. It was more money. I paid $818 towards debt. Of that $818 towards debt, 100 of that was extra. The rest was the minimum payments. So again, if I can get this debt taken care of, that frees up a good portion of money, $800. And that doesn't count student loans. That's just consumer debt. I am going to try to sit down one day this month and really calculate my debt, and so that I can bring like a real number debt view of things later this month or next month. I'll have that for you guys. I paid $143 in subscriptions, and then for food, we spent $709 last month in food. Of that, $555 was spent at the grocery store, and $154 of that was spent eating out. Of that $154, I will say 62 of that was we went to a nice restaurant with friends. So overall, I don't feel like the eating out portion was that bad, especially in comparison to other months in the past. Of unexpected things, we spent $879, and I will say that I did have to get a portion of that from my mom, which I hated, but we had to do what we had to do. We spent $609 on repairs for the car and $270 in just unexpected things altogether. Things that I did to reduce my spending that I paid for in January, but I'm not paying for in February. I cleaned out my storage unit. The amount of money that goes to storage units is ridiculous. And I get it if it is a temporary situation, you're moving, whatever. Holy moly, the amount of money we spend on that. So that was $137. So I cleaned out the storage shed and I shut it down. I was using the storage shed for my business, but since I pretty much closed my business, I didn't need it anymore. I just had a little bit of random stuff being stored in there that no longer needed to be stored in there. So that was included in the bills. I also canceled my Amazon membership. That was $14.99. Here lately, I don't know what it is, and it was even started before like the holidays. It takes Amazon forever to get me stuff, and it's rare that I'm ever getting anything in like a 2-day period. I'm getting stuff in a 5-day period, a week period, or whatever. So it's kind of getting frustrating. Also, I feel like having the Amazon membership with the free shipping and everything, it just makes it easier to buy stuff that you don't need. So I went ahead and canceled that. There are some things that I buy from Amazon, but if you spend $35, Amazon gives you free shipping anyway. And then eBay. So I had an eBay store. I completely forgot that I was paying a subscription fee for them. That was $21.95. And they did say that I was going to get basically fined for closing out my subscription for my store. Was $29, but paying that, it was $29 and some change because I was getting out of my subscription early, but still paying that $29 and some change was cheaper than continuing to pay the $21.95 every month. So that did not hit in January. I guess that's going to hit in February, but it hasn't hit yet. So yes, so that was January. I did not hit my January goals. February, I've not set too many goals. Financially, it's my son's 18th birthday. We are doing stuff for his birthday. And so this month I'm paying minimum payments on debt, and in March I plan on refocusing. Also, it's been a slow month for Spark, but I do plan on getting that up there. I set a goal to read 30 books this year, and we have not even read one book yet. So we started a book, but we have not finished a book. Ideally, I really need to read like 3 books a month to hit my goal and not slack. And I've been slacking. So let's see if I can at least finish one book this month. And then in March, I have to be a stickler with it. Last but not least is a weight update. Kind of left y'all hanging. I will say, with my anxiety being high and everything, I've been eating a lot of cereal. Part of that was we had a lot of cereal in the house and not wanting it to go to waste, and so I was eating it. Cereal is my weakness. I used to tell my kids all the time, when you guys move out, I would probably live off of cereal. I know that's not realistic and that's not what I'm going to do, but I do love cereal. And so I have had a lot of cereal. We've also ate out quite a bit. Not daily, not multiple times a day, but we have eaten out. And so I need to like get out of doing that again. But that is that. So I weighed myself today and I was 232. The past 2 or 3 weeks I've been holding steady at 235. The ounces would change. So I was actually kind of shocked today when I weighed and I was 232. So 232, I'm getting in a better mind shift. We're refocusing. We're getting back. We're doing good. We are supposed to go out of town next weekend. And we'll probably eat out for that because it's for my son's 18th birthday getaway. So as long as the weather holds out nicely for here and where we're going, then we should be good. But that is pretty much it. That is the update for debt, Spark, and weight loss and life in general. So I did start bullet journaling this month. Kind of helps hold me accountable. I can just set some smaller goals, keep track of it, have a habit tracker, track my anxiety, track my mood. So I'm just tracking some fun things and I'm excited for that. I did buy it off of Etsy from a little shop called Little Birdie Canada. She has an Instagram and a TikTok and stuff. So she does a lot of short videos. So if you see that, that's pretty much what mine looks like. Maybe I'll share it with you next month when I have more time, or just do like a bullet journal video and show you guys what I'm tracking. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have some fun content coming for you. I do have some Spark videos coming for you. And Monday I will get back into recording for weight loss. So not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, I will give you guys a new weight loss video. And because that definitely helped hold me accountable, and I can tell the difference than when I wasn't recording. So thank you guys. I hope everybody has a great day, and stay warm and stay dry, because I know a bunch of stuff is about to come across the United States. So I love you all. Thank you for your support.